What up, family? Brother Wayne here again with another word. Reading in John chapter 5 how Jesus did this miracle, and I believe that there's some principles that we can learn out of it. So I'm just going to jump into the word. John chapter 5, verse number 1. It says, "Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades." So it's a holiday season. Jesus pull up. There's some pools there, and there's some people there. Verse 3 says, "Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in a condition for a long time, he asked him, 'Do you want to get well?'" I guess that's the question for the day. Do you want to get well? I believe some of us, like this man, have been invalid. When I looked up the word invalid, it talked about being disabled, uh, being weak, and but I also just think about the word valid, like having a valid driver's license. Like, are you legit? And sometimes, bro, we feel that we not legit, that we fake, right? That there's a lot of cap going on in our life, and we've been stuck. We've been fronting. We've been a fraud. And this person has been in this situation for 38 years. Imagine being trapped in a reality that you can't get out of. And there's this person just sitting there, but God, right? But Jesus. So Jesus pulls up on him. And so, and asks the man, "Do you want to get well?" And the man responds, "Sir, I have no help. I have no one to help me into the pool." And I think that's a word that, some of us have uttered. I have no one to help me. Like, I've been in a situation that I've been birthed in or I've been put in, and I don't have nobody to help me. And so I'm just going to remain the same. And in this situation, the way that it is communicated, that when this pool was stirred up and people was placed into the pool, they would be healed. And so here this man saying, "Look, I'm unable to help myself. And I've watched other people get healed. I'm even close to the healing. I've seen it. I believe that it's possible, but not for me." And some people may feel that you've been praying for a miracle. You've seen other people have that miracle take place in their life, but you've said, "It's not for me. I don't have nobody to help me." But what's so amazing about this story is that the person replies to Jesus. Sometimes Jesus speaks to us and he asks us these questions, and there's silence. We leave Jesus on red. We're so mad. We're so frustrated that you waited 38 years to show up. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't know why it took Jesus this time to have this encounter with this man. But the question the other day is, when Jesus do show up, when he does speak to you, do you want to be made well? And so here this man is having this conversation with Jesus. "I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. I am trying to get in. I'm trying. Struggling day by day." And he says, "When I get nearby, someone else goes down ahead of me." Right? I feel like somebody else jumped the line. Like, man, I was in line for that blessing. I was in line for that promotion. I was in line for that house, that car, that relationship, that peace, that joy, that health, whatever that thing is. And one more time, I've been denied. But again, to me, it's real with this man is having this conversation, this interaction with Jesus. Instead of covering up and saying, "I'm blessed and highly favored," and act like nothing going on, he's telling Jesus, "This is the reality of my situation. I want to be made well. I'm almost even close to being made well, but I don't have nobody to help me. That's a humbling feeling to say, I need help. And some of us may remain stuck if we don't communicate that we need help. So Jesus replied, verse 8, get up, pick up your mat and walk. At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. Just like that, in a twinkling of an eye, suddenly this person who struggled with this thing for 38 years, maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's a habit, whatever it is, if you would bring that thing to Jesus and have a trill conversation with him, he wants to set you free too. Now, it may require some effort on your part, right? Jesus told a man, pick up your mat and walk. Sometimes Jesus is telling us to do something, and just because we've been injured or we've been held back or we've been failing, it's like, I tried that already. It's too much pain. I can't risk the hurt of picking up my mat and trying to walk one more time. But Jesus is saying, trust me, you are cured. This is going to be an act of faith. Pick up your mat and walk. Love again. Trust again. Whatever it is, that thing that you feel that is broken, that thing that you feel that you're disabled from, that's preventing you from living your best life. My friend, this person had a real, trill conversation with Jesus. And from there on, their life was never the same again. Today, Jesus wants to have a conversation with you too. Some of the stuff that nobody else knows about. This person right here, what he was dealing with was physical, and everybody was able to see, oh, this person right here, they're dealing with this thing. They can't walk. But there's some stuff in your heart, maybe in your mind, that you're dealing with that nobody knows about. And Jesus wants to know, do you want to be made well? And that starts with a conversation with him. So my friend, I encourage you today to seek out our Lord, share with him your burdens, and let him help you be whole. And that's the desires of my heart. I came to God broken, mad at the world. I was invalid, right? Living a fake life. You know, I was trying to be this and trying to be that. But now I can be transparent with you. I can be transparent with the world. This is the way that I am. This is where I'm operating. Take me as I am or don't. And so God is offering us all freedom, that we no longer have to be slaves to this world. But it starts with a conversation. So, my friend, I ask you today, I beseech you, brothers, in the mercies of God, to go to him and have that convo. That's Words with Wayne, and I'm out.